Welcome back to Franchise Hockey Manager 10 with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Welcome back. If you're last with us, you would have seen that we've gone on quite the run here. We're 40, 10, and 4, which is a much better improvement than what we were doing to begin the season. But we'll take a look at our schedule and see what ended up getting us to this point. If I'm not mistaken, we probably finished it around the New Jersey win here. We then ended up losing the next game 8-5 to Islanders, but then we end up going on quite the run here. We lost against Rangers as well. Then we beat Tampa, Ottawa, Buffalo, New Jersey again. I think that was overtime. 4-3 loss then to Carolina, and then we end up going on a run. We end up winning 13 in a row. So we beat Vegas, we end up beating Buffalo, we beat Washington, we beat Jersey, we beat Rangers, we beat Tampa, and then we just kept winning. We had Dallas, Vegas again, Seattle, who's not as strong, and then Anaheim, who's pretty weak. Florida, we've got redemption. They're pretty weak as well. Montreal and Arizona and Columbus and then Edmonton as well. We won pretty decisively. We got a lot of scoring there, but we had to keep rotating our goalies because I feel as though that's one of the problems that we've done in the past where we just end up playing too much one goalie and then they end up going on a cold streak and get worn out there. We then ended up losing finally to Carolina, but then we ended up beating Rangers, Arizona, and Detroit again before losing to Boston and then beating Islanders. And then now we're currently in January here where we end up losing against Columbus. Pretty sad game there. And then we won the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 straight, Jesus. So oh, and then we just lost to Philly. So we were going on a pretty good run. We won 12-1, 7-4. Like these are pretty decisive ones. 9-3, 5-0, 4-1 against Toronto, and 7-3 against Chicago. So we're on a tear right now. And we now end up having to face Minnesota. But we'll take a quick look at how well our players have been doing. And since it's approaching the trade deadline in maybe like 15 days or so, I think it's on the 3rd of March. We're going to kind of see if there's anyone that we end up needing. And based on the grades as well, like Kopanen's not doing too great, but everyone else is kind of in the 60s, so it doesn't really look like we are really hampering for a player. We don't have much cap space. If any, we really only have like 500k of cap space, which isn't enough. We'd have to upgrade someone in order to do so, but we'll take a look at our goalies. Goalies might be the only thing that we need to fix. 915 save percentage for Thomas, so he's kind of assumed a little bit more of the starting role, but as you can see, we're doing more of a tandem there. 16, 2, and 1 for Thomas. He's 915 save percentage, 260 goals against, and then you have Yari with 24, 8, and 3 with 2.87 goals against, and then a 905 save percentage. So Logan Thomas doing a little bit better, so he has been featured much more frequently. I mean, 16 wins. We were during that big run, we were rotating a decent amount between the two of them. But I think Logan Thompson probably got a little bit more of the lion's share of it. But our players, though, grades aside, we have Stamkos with 78 points in 54 games. That is insane. That has been clearly the best acquisition that we could have done. Gensel 63 in 54. Crosby still doing a point per game, 25 and 31 respectively. Doing a little bit more goals than what I've come to expect from him. And Russ doing more assists, which he's more of a goal scorer, I guess, for us. But he has 54 points there, so still a point per game, and Carlson squeezing in there as well with a point per game. McTavish developing pretty nicely. He's a 4-star now, 4.5-star potential still, but 43 points in 54 games is pretty decent on the second line there. And then Malkin kind of losing it a little bit. He's around 39 and 54, but I feel as though that's still going to uptick a little bit. And then Letang has managed to stay healthy, so all you have to know is this game isn't that realistic at all. He played 54 games and 39 points there. Raquel with 36 and 54. Raquel might be one of those guys that we might have to let go, though, because Raquel does ask for around 5 million there. Yeah, 5 million, and If we can find like a bit of an upgrade from Raquel, we might as well do it now. He is our second line right wing though, so I imagine who would kind of slot in there. But Newhook doing okay, 31. I think he usually features towards the bottom there. So Newhook's on the third line there, and then you have Wheeler on the fourth there. So Brown's still on the third line there. So it does look like it's a decent decision to have him there. Let's take a look here at okay. So we updated the lines now, and now it has Stamkos on the top line with Crosby, which is what we wanted all along. McTavish, Malkin, and Raquel, and then Russ is now at the bottom as well. So I guess oh, it might be fatigue though. I think it's fatigue. So it ended up switching it up because everyone's tired. But we'll take a look at who's on the trade block and see if there's anyone that we can kind of entice to want to come to our team. Price is available, but he'd probably want like a ridiculous amount. 5. He's not even playing, and he wants 5 mil a year. He's gonna retire after the season, clearly. But we'll take a trade look at the trade block. Oh my God, Makar's available. All right. Need a left D more than a right D. Nylander's available as well. Marner's available. Jesus. So everyone's available. Anyone that we want. Huh. 6 million for Nylander. Pretty good deal, I will say. And they already extended him. We might have to do that. Or Marner's an upgrade at 11 million a year, pretty much. And it's his last year. So maybe he costs less. So let's see if we can actually get one of them. We'll look at, who's the other one as well? We'll look at maybe even Kreider as well. 61 points. Boldy looks good too. Might do Boldy. But I know we're going to have to get rid of one of the players there. So let's see if this is all a hoax or if they're actually willing to get rid of any of these players. I kind of doubt they are. We'll do, let's do Marner first, because again, it's the all-in strategy. And we're obviously going to give up Cal here. They'll never accept it. Obviously, they'll never accept it, but we need the cap dump. And let's give up, obviously do at least one first rounder. So they won't do that. They won't do 2 first rounders for a guy that they want to get rid of. We don't have any seconds. Let's go into rights now. Hudson is the only one. They want a right wing as well, and they want to get rid of one. That doesn't make any sense. See if Spiner. Nope. So they wouldn't do it for Spiner as well. So like I said, this is just a massive hoax. They don't actually want to get rid of any of these players. They just want to bother you about it. Yeah, see, we can give 2 prospects, 2 first rounders, and even Raquel. And we'll take out Raquel just for argument's sake. And let's put in someone else. Let's see, make this trade work. And they won't trade anyone. So how can you put them on your trade block if you're not even willing to deal them? That just seems incredibly stupid. That's something the game definitely needs to fix, because it's just getting increasingly annoying. Anyone that we end up wanting, we can't get. We'll look at Boldy now, Minnesota. Let's see if Boldy's going to be even worth this. Okay, they'll at least they'll accept it. But we do need to get rid of. We're gonna try and reduce this just a little bit. Oh, and he doesn't want to go there. You gotta be kidding. He would go to the Leafs though. So maybe we can kind of wheel and deal something. Maybe we don't give up both first rounders. Or Jagger. I'll give up Jagger. Balance, which means that they're not going to do it. And they'll never accept it, but they'll accept one. We'll reconfigure this. Let's do. Obviously, we'll do Spiner. We'll do next year's. Let's do third. San Jose's third there, and then We'll add in rights. Let's put in, oh no, he's already up there. No, not Puritan. We want Puritan. Hemming maybe? Won't do that. So they want the 2 first rounders. So he would cost 2 first rounders. That would really suck for the rebuild though. See if we can just do that. How's Spiner doing anyways? 7. So I don't care. We can get rid of Spiner and we'll get rid of another first rounder. It's gonna make it very interesting to do that. So we want something back. 100% we're gonna want something back. Not gonna retain anything. But it looks like we're gonna have to pretty much offload things super quick. Let's go rights here. They have Riley height. Set that. Good. No, it doesn't look that good. Obviously we won't do height. We can't do picks either. Oh, this kind of sucks. If only there's like a three player trade option. Let's go Connolly. They won't do that either. So they'll accept 2 first and a third. Let's take out the third. Okay, so the third is basically what was making sure that it would go. We'll add this. Let's do a 4th. Okay. It'll really suck if we don't end up getting it now, but in doing so, we're probably gonna have to be a little bit preemptive here. Let's try and trade Toronto. Yeah, we'll try and trade Toronto now. Or it's too late. Just watch. We're gonna trade him away, and then no one's gonna want him. So like I said, we can't trade for picks. We do cap here because he's around the top. Raquel and they will already never accept it. That's hilarious. I guess. Oh, they can't add the payroll. All right, let's. We're gonna have to shop. See if we can get anything for him. It's gonna have to be a player though. And nothing. It's literally just gonna be a cap dump. So Livingston is 25. So might as well do it preemptively. We'll get rid of the 7th rounder after. Yeah, we'll give him to Nashville. At least it does reduce our cap a little bit, but we're really banking on being able to get Boldy. And now we have to actually do adjustments here. So yeah, Russ goes up top. Okay, so everyone's down the middle. And Nieto comes back. Kind of forgot that name for a little bit. I'm not actually going to play Livingston. We are playing Livingston. Okay, Jesus. We end up winning 3-4 despite not having one of our players. Boldy ends up scoring, but hopefully he comes to our team right after. There's no way they didn't get that email. They should have sent him to us before they played us. But if he doesn't come to us, we're actually screwed. But we'll offload the 7th rounder in a sec. We'll just trade him away for nothing. And yeah, still they haven't done anything. We'll have to be more adventurous towards it, but we will trade away our 7th here. Let's just give it back to Nashville. What was this? It wasn't even this year's 7th, it was next year's 7th. Jesus. And just give it back we'll do it for one of their rights that they're not going to keep. This guy. See if they do it. If not, then we'll just keep it and we just won't do anything with it. Is it a back-to-back game? Yeah, we have probably around 4 million in cap. So we'll have to get rid of someone else too. 5-4 we win. So even without him, we're doing pretty well. Stamkos gets his 44th, Jesus. McTavish gets his 23rd there. Carlson gets his 16th, and then Newhook gets his 17th. So we're still pretty dominant. We 88 points. We are currently at the top of the league. LA Kings also has an insane record right now. So okay, so we can get. I don't know. We're gonna have to offload someone like almost immediately. 3 million. 3 million is what we have to shed, or 2.5 pretty much, which is pretty much, where's this guy? Or they already send him down. I'm gonna try and do, Ski looks like he's the one that has to go. Ooh, damn. Looks like they already sent down the other guy. Oh yeah, Borgen already got sent down. So even on top of that, we still need to get rid of someone that's around 3 million. So either Ski or Newhook. I do like Newhook. How's Ski doing anyways? 62 grade. Alright, so we can get rid of Ski. Even though we did just acquire him, but we're gonna have to look for a team that has a defender though. But it feels like we have to do it like right now, which also kind of sucks. Because it won't let us play the next game until we. No, we're gonna have to shop him. We can't. That sucks. We have to shop Ski. And Silverberg, no, we can't do that. Obviously, we can't do any of these guys. We can do the picks, but we'll just have to get rid of them. Rusek is also a possibility. We're gonna obviously lose whatever trade we end up doing. Jack Drury, not too bad. Peak. We just need the immediacy of it. Brandstrom, I do like Brandstrom. We'll do. Probably have to put him to waivers almost immediately though. Cal Foot also. So everyone wants him. I'd rather get a defender though. So Brandstrom looks like he is the top guy, but does look like he's the top guy, but he's gonna go immediately to waivers. And then yeah, Brandstrom's gonna have to go down. Actually, you know what? We'll give the AI the opportunity here. AI will decide what we're gonna do. If Brandstrom stays up or down. And he stays up, so who gets knocked down? And how did we afford it? Yeah, how do we afford it? Who went down? Very curious. Okay, so they sent down everyone else. Okay, so we have one less player, I guess. One less player, and Boldy is now on the lines. So he's at top. Oh my god, this is going to be a deadly team. So somehow we managed to keep everyone up. I wouldn't be surprised if one of our goalies that got sent down. But they're not. We're not charging them too much, so weird. No one hitting waivers though. It is kind of weird. But it's going to be interesting to see whether or not this team is as dominant as what I would have thought. We win 5-4, so the winning streak's still staying strong. Stamkos gets a shorthanded for 45th. Russ gets 19 and 20, and then Malkin gets his 17th. Letang also getting his 10th there. I think that's it. All in regulation too. But I'm going to want to put Thompson in. Well, Thompson's going to play next game, but I think I want him to play the next 2 games. Wow, okay. You're not even going to start him, but alright. So we'll try and do a different guy to try and give them their pick back. But they don't want it. Another guy that's not going to start, but sure. don't, yeah, we have around, again, 500k to be able to do what we have to. And we will move Thompson up. See if we can keep this win streak going, and we can't. We lose an OT shootout. It's Boldy getting his first for us, though. So that's not bad. And then Boldy missing in it. Malkin. We only did Malkin and Boldy. That's a very Boldy move. Yeah, terrible dad jokes, but that's what you guys have come to expect from me. Stamkos is in top 4 of the league, though, for points. And yeah, screw you, Marner, not, and the Leafs, not actually shopping anyone. There's no way you're shopping Rantanen. I will take him in a heartbeat. 9 million though. We can't afford him. But for argument's sake, let's see. Who would we have to get rid of? We would have to get rid of like 3 players. We'd have to Russ would be 1. But Russ is an up and down winger, which I do like. What's Boldy? Boldy is a perimeter shooter. Okay. That's not bad for a top line. Tatar's still doing decent. He's been kind of quiet, but speedy forward wise doesn't really matter. 63 grades, all that really matters to us. See if we can win this bounce back. Yeah, we do. We do win 4-3 in regulation. Letang, Stamkos getting 46. Patrick Brown getting a shorthanded as well. So there must be another one that I missed. Letang, Stamkos, Patrick Brown. Was there another one? Oh, Spence. Spence scored a second. 60 games in, and he's only scored a second. But at least we're not running around. All right. Well, we won't do anything with that. We tried. You saw that we tried. So I guess we're gonna have to keep their 7th. I know it feels like cheating, but I mean maybe it's kind of a loophole since we will probably be rebuilding at that point. And then we'll start Thompson again. We'll start him until he loses, and then we'll swap him out with. Oh, I can't even remember his name off the top of my head. Yari. But we'll probably swap him after this game anyways. 6'4". And his grade is actually 77, so he's doing pretty good. But Crosby getting his 26th, Boldy getting his 23rd, Smith getting his 7th, and then Spence getting his 3rd. Crosby again, and then Boldy again as well. So both getting 2 goals there. We have 45 wins. This is almost as impressive as last season. But the turnaround, I think when we end up finishing, we had 7 losses or something like that. So we haven't really lost that much since then. We don't really care about any of this stuff. Actually, let's see this. Benning getting traded for a 3rd. I think it implicates us too much. And I wonder Boldy's contract though, because I'm curious to see how much he gets next season. I think it's his last year, if I'm not mistaken. Stamkos also has 46 goals, so he's the top of the league of that. So I don't know how he became free agent after season 1, but he is, and we thank you for it. We thank you for not having to overpay for clearly a massive goal scorer on our team. I don't think Crosby's really taking that much of a backseat. He's going to get around the same points as he has over the last little while, but the only difference is we're obviously adding an extra 50 goals to our team. Let's see, Boldy. Oh, Boldy has 6 years on his contract, and he has a no trade clause. So even when we're going to be rebuilding, still going to be on our team anyways. Not much of a defensive threat. Just stick checking. Oh, defensive rate's pretty decent. So he's not a bad defensive forward. I should have taken out Thompson, but Thompson, yeah, we lose 7-4 here. So yeah, it seems about the time to take him out. We lose against Dallas. So Rust, McTavish, and McTavish again getting the points there. McTavish gets a hat trick and we still lose. That is that is just sad. Trade deadline approaching, but we're not going to make any. We can't really afford anything. We'll just refuse to come. There's no point. We just lost anyways, but McTavish did what he could, but we're obviously going to lose some games like that. As long as we don't lose in the playoffs, that's all that matters. We'll probably play a couple more games after the trade deadline anyways, and see what trajectory we're headed. But Yari's going to now start for the next little while. And new clicks. See, clicks I hate. I hate these clicks. And how is a click already started with Boldy and Livingston? So literally the two new people, all of a sudden apparently they're so close to each other that that they need to form clicks right away and intervene, but probably doesn't really do anything. And then Letang apparently had off-season issues, and Blomqvist, who's in the AHL, is apparently affected by it as well. And Letang abandons, at least he listened to Crosby, which is pretty realistic, but everything else is not, in my opinion. Because I think he was having qualms with Malkin as well, and I already know that they're best friends, so, I mean, seems kind of odd. I mean, we could possibly add someone, but it feels our team is... We do kind of want to keep our team relatively similar to what we started as, because otherwise it just seems a bit reckless, I guess. Because like we could get rid of Rust, but I mean it wouldn't be the Pittsburgh way. The Pittsburgh way is definitely getting a player like Stamkos on your roster. That is an utmost certainty. Maybe not having him as your number one line and bumping Malkin down, but Malkin is also 39, I think, right now. Oh, there's a lot of trades. So they gave up a 7th round pick for Witherspoon, okay. Dadonov ends up going to the lease for a 5th, which is weird. No, nothing there. Chad Butcher, so no real... Cal Fleury, no, nothing really happening. And then Marner really rubbing it in with his point streak. It doesn't matter if you can't win games, so... And now Livingston's kind of rotating between Spence. That's interesting. Playmaking defenseman. Doesn't look like he's a very good defenseman, though. End up winning this game 4-2. Stamkos getting his 47th, Malkin getting his 18th, Newhook with his 18th as well, and Rust getting his 22nd. Let's take a quick look to see how close we are to history here. Crosby just passed Lemieux for all-time in assists. He probably won't get the goals though, unless he ends up, we can convince him for one more season, and he's still around 70-80 from points leader, but Malkin's number 2 in that as well. And Malkin is how old? Malkin's 38, and he still has another year after this. So longevity-wise, at least we probably have Crosby for another season. I'm really hoping, because doing this is a little bit more fun than rebuilding. We kind of get to be as reckless as we can and get as close as we can to the cap, which is pretty challenging. But it's going to be all hell breaking loose as soon as he ends up leaving, though. Rantanen has memorable games, but we wouldn't be able to afford him anyways. And doing this as well. Yeah, Yari would have been the only one that we could see ourselves parting ways with. But we'll get him. He'll start the Philly game here. 3-2. So we are still pretty dominant. 28 for Crosby there. I guess he heard us talking about him not being able to get the goals record there. And then Wheeler getting his 5th, but also shorthanded, which is huge. And then Malkin getting his 19th there. There's no, even if we lose the rest of the games, we probably still make it in first in our division. But we've gotten screwed last season, so I'm not going to count my chickens until it's figured out. But yeah, we'll put in Thompson there. And Thompson will probably get 2 starts right off the bat. 5-4, so not as impressive as the 10-1. Patrick Kane is with them though. He gets his 15th, so he does. We did upgrade from Kane to Stamkos, so Not bad at all. Spence, McTavish, and Boldy all producing there. Tatar even producing, and Malkin there as well. Stamkos still 85, but second in scoring. But we'll play the next couple games, probably New York and Ottawa, and then we'll sim to the end of the season, and that'll be the next episode where you'll probably see us in the playoffs, and yeah, we'll hopefully be able to get out of the first round here and make a good promise to Crosby, which, speak of the devil, gets his 29th, and then Gensel, Brandstrom, and Smith gets the other ones. But make due to the promise of getting him into the finals again, one season more, and I think we can probably do it this season. I have a good feeling about this one. We are producing in many different facets. Even our losses aren't that convincing. But I think as long as we rotate between Yari and Thompson, we should be good. Thompson doesn't want to re-sign with us next year, though. 9-2, Jesus. McTavish, Tatar, Gensel, Newhook, Boldy, Brandstrom, Stamkos with 48 and 49. So one away from 50, and then Newhook getting his 20th. Geez, Brandstrom also getting a decent amount of points, though. We'll take a quick look at Brandstrom. His name has been popping up the last couple games. So we'll take a look at that, and then we'll end this episode here and see. Burns is going to retire. Burns would have been a good pickup if I could have got him the last year. If he doesn't retire, I say we probably try and sign him. So Brandstrom has 8 points in 10 games. That is very good. But his grade is much less than what he was with Canadians. I always had high hopes for this guy, but for whatever reason, he's not producing in real life. But yeah, I guess he is playing a little bit less too. So he was playing around 20 minutes with Montreal. But that's the end of this episode. Next episode will be the playoff run. I know we're going to end up making to the playoff run. But the question is how much in first do we end up going? Do we end up winning the league again? Not that it really matters because we don't do trophies for that. But hopefully we can win an award at some point, and hopefully we can get out of first round next episode. So thank you everyone for watching, and until next time.